Hi, I'm Brooke. Welcome to my channel. Today, let's talk about trusting your intuition, how to listen to it, and also I'm going to share a story. I had such a strong intuitive hit, and I did not listen to it, and it became very obvious that I should have listened. So I'm going to tell you that story because I feel like it's really good to hear so that you can recognize in yourself when these things come up and you don't do what I did. It's okay. It's not like a disaster story or anything, but it was kind of funny. It was at some point made really clear that I should have listened to my intuition. And I went for something that like looked like it was going to be this big important thing and then it totally wasn't. So I feel like it's a good reminder that the stuff that society or whatever our parents like drive us to think is important is not really, or it could be, but it may or may not be the right fit for you. And it's okay to trust your instincts and do something that seems a little weird to other people, and maybe even weird to yourself. And the more I go through life, the more I want to trust those intuitive hits. And usually I'm pretty good at it, but this time I missed the boat. But so I want to share that with you here today. And I haven't made a video in a while. I have been busy with my artwork. If you don't already follow me, I'm an artist. I'm a fine art photographer. This is some of my work behind me. I'm in my gallery in Manhattan Beach, California. And it's just been busy. I've been focused, manifesting all of that. And I have a lot of stories I want to share. So I really want to get back into making some consistent videos. And today's story has to do with work, has to do with my art and my business. And if you want to check out some of my art, I'm going to put a link to my website in the description. Okay, so where I am, I have this gallery space in Manhattan Beach, and there's like a downtown area. And when you're in the downtown area, if you're a business in the downtown area, you automatically have to be part of like the business association in the downtown. And it's great because like you pay extra for it, but you have to, like they there isn't a choice. But they do a lot of activities and things that bring business, bring foot traffic. So that's really good. And part of one thing they do is they have a weekly farmers market that's like hosted by the Downtown Business Association. And being a business, every business has the opportunity to have a booth once every quarter, once every few months. And that's just like you get like a free booth. There's like a vendor booth or a business like local business booth. And I when I first opened up this gallery, I did it a few times, and it was okay. It exposed me to more locals, and I definitely one way or another generated business from it. But my work, it's photography. It's behind plexi. And frames, like a lot of stuff, it's kind of hard to move around and it's not great like outside, is what I learned from doing the farmers market. So I'm like hesitant I haven't done the market in a while. It's just, it's kind of a pain. But they moved to a new location. So the old location was like this big sort of square area where everybody's just in the same area, and it was okay. And then they moved to this new location, which it's a bigger area with like lots of spaces and different things going on. And in the center, there's like this big platform. You have to walk up a few steps and it's kind of like up high and noticeable. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do the market because I'm going to be up there. Everybody could see me. That'll be a good use of my time or whatever. That'll be like worth it because I'm going to be on stage. It's kind of like a stage. And I'm thinking, right, it looks like it's like an important position. It's up high and everybody else is down low. And so I contact the coordinator and I set up a day and I said, I want to be up on that platform. And she's like, well, I can't guarantee that that's going to happen. Everything moves around. Sometimes, we get different vendors, blah, blah, blah. She's like, you'll either be up there or there's like a spot sort of look down low in the regular people section. So I said, fine, I'll just take my chances that maybe that platform will be open. And if not, I'll just go to the other section. So that day, as I'm waking up, I'm the sort of between sleep and awake. And sometimes I get really either vivid dreams or visions or whatever. It depends, like, you're kind of coming out of that dream state. So I had an extremely vivid dream, vision, whatever you want to call it. It was so real. I was in the farmer's market in the booth in the low section, in like the little people section, in the like down low section. And I was so happy. There was tons of people. I was next to the sourdough bread people that I love. There was a fancy sourdough bread. I always get a loaf. And I was so happy. I was so happy and excited, and it was so lively. And as I woke up and feeling it, and I was like, oh, this is great. I'm just thinking I'm going to have a great time at the farmer's market. And I wasn't really thinking, it kind of crossed my mind that I was like in the lower section, but I just felt like, oh, this is going to be great. So that, I got ready, I do my whole morning thing, get to the farmer's market, and I see that that lower level booth is open, and then I see that the high platform booth is open. And I have like an inkling, like I kind of remember the dream and thought maybe I should go to the lower one. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna go on the platform and be seen, right? And so I go to run to get it before like someone else, because sometimes they have like two businesses on the same day that like whoever gets there first, gets the booth they want. So I'm like claiming it, it's mine. And I get there and lay out my stuff. And the way it is, like you get a couple tables, and I have smaller pieces that have like sort of laying on top of the table. And then I had one big piece that was like leaning up against part of the booth, but nothing is really sort of up in my display. And so I'm up on this high platform, have all the stuff on the tables. I'm thinking this is going to be great. The market starts. And within a few minutes, I realize I have made a huge mistake, that I am in a terrible location. Oh my God, you guys, what I realized almost right away was that you couldn't really, because I'm up high, you can't really see what's like on the tabletops. You really have to be like standing above, like normal standing height, and then you would see. Like if I was down low, then people are walking and they're automatically going to look on top of the table. And yeah, I have one piece like leaning, but it's like kind of not that visible. And and I was like, oh my God. And not only that, I realized like a big chunk of at least like the first wave of people are moms with strollers. They're not coming upstairs, right? There was like a ramp, but it's like far away. You can't just get up on the ramp. So nobody in any kind of, or like someone in a wheelchair, like nobody's coming up these stairs to see me, like that is any kind of wheeling device. And moms, those are the people that decorate, and like, I'm like, that's my customer rolling by with their strollers. Not, kind of looking up at me, but not gonna come. What are they gonna do? Leave their kid in the stroller? And then also, it's an intimidation, but like to actually walk up the stairs and, just on every level, it's the worst place in the market. And I just kind of had to laugh to myself. Like at first, I started to get angry inside and like frustrated. And then I just let go. I was like, okay, you're here, it's done. I already like laid everything out. The other booth now at that point is taken. So I'm like, this is where you're at, make the most of it. So I just made my peace with it. And people came up, some people came up, but it definitely wasn't like the exposure that I would have had in the other space that was lower down on the ground. And later in the day, I like as the market was ending, then I went over to some of the vendors and bought some food and stuff. And I was talking to them. They're like, how do you like being on the platform? And I'm like, it's terrible. And they're like, we know everybody's tried it. Everybody hates it. Everybody has the same experience because nobody really wants to go up there. You think it's going to be great because it's this like high and mighty up on stage. Everybody's looking at you, but nobody's going up there. And so I thought it was so interesting as the disappointment sunk in, as the acceptance sunk in, then I really tuned into the dream and I realized the dream was telling me the right spot. It was telling me you're going to be happy in that spot. That's the spot. It's going to be active, blah, 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 blah. Like I gave myself the understanding of it. And I did have an inkling, like when I first saw the two empty booths, and I was like, that one was in my dream. But I got, stars in my eyes. I got like, no, 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 that can't be better than the one up high. My human mind, my conditioned societal brain was like, no, that's the thing that's more important. And it wasn't. It was so the worst place. It's the worst place in the market. I'm gonna have a discussion too with like the business association. I don't think they should have anyone up there. Like, especially if I was a vendor that like paid to be up there, I'd be pissed. I mean, I didn't pay for it, so and I made enough contacts, but I'm thinking they need to know. Like, if they don't already know, you shouldn't let anybody, or you really should explain what they're in for. They should do other stuff. Like they have a guy that sings and stuff. Like they should put him up there. Anyways, that's besides the point. You guys don't need all that info. But the point is that what's hilarious to me, number one, I had such a clear download of information from my higher self that was like, this is where you should go. And then, and I felt it. I mean, I felt like the joy of that space. And then I let that programming override it. And, it's all right now, I know. And I like the way this played out. It wasn't, this terrible experience or anything, but it was so clear. It became so clear so quickly. And and in that way of just because it's like quote unquote high and mighty or deemed high and mighty by people, right? Doesn't mean it is. So it's just a fun story to share with you. I feel like, at least for me, it was a really good lesson. And I'm here to share it with you, so you don't have to do what I did and, spend the day in your little and on your throne where nobody wants to come talk to you. You could be down with the people. Anyways, I thought it was hilarious. I had a good laugh at myself and thought it was a good way to make a video, get back in the mix. And I definitely have a lot more stories to share with you guys. So like and comment and definitely subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I think that's it for today. I will be back soon. Soon. I'm making a promise. Very soon. Yeah. Maybe I'll make another video right after this and like should do one of the things where I schedule. All right, maybe I'm gonna do that. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'll be back soon. Okay.